Hello guys, my name is Tulu and I'm here again with another video. Today I will be talking about OBS. OBS is a broadcast and a recording software, and this video is specifically for those that are beginners, people that are just starting out, or if you haven't, if you've heard about the software and you're not really concerned about how to make use of the software, this video is for you. I will be doing this as a basic video, just giving you sort of like an overview, and in another video I will be going into the software kind of like a more of an intermediate approach than this video. So let's dive right in. Okay, let's get on with it. What is OBS? OBS is Open Broadcast Studio. And simply put, it's a free software for recording, video recording and live streaming. In most cases, these are the kind of like two sets of people you would see using the software. Downloading it is quite easy and straightforward. Simply go to your browser. If you don't know how to search this, just type in OBS into Google, hit enter, and most likely it's going to be OBS project is going to be the first thing you would see there, and it should open and bring you to this same page. You have it's a multi-platform, or it's a cross-platform application, and don't forget, I'll keep mentioning it's free and it's open source. It's on Windows, you have it on Mac, and you have it on Linux. So for whatever platform you're using it, you just want to hit the download button and allow it download. Of course, once it's done downloading, you want to install it on your system. I use both the Mac and the Windows versions, and they work quite well for me. So after installing, you should have this as the software popping up. Don't forget, I'm not going to delve too much into the application. This is kind of like an overview, a basic overview of the software, and this is what it should look like once you're launching it for the first time. It has this auto configuration wizard. It says usage information, specify what you want to use the program for. Optimize for streaming, recording is secondary. Optimize for just recording while you may not be streaming, and I'll be using the virtual camera, which is the third option. I don't think you have to do this. You just hit the cancel, and if you want it, of course, you can always go back to tools and hit the auto configuration wizard. Now, this is the interface. Oh, one last thing, it should come out like this, and this is what it should look like when you launch the application for the first time. Like I said, you can cancel this out, you don't really need it. Yeah, this is what it looks like. You have your program out, you have scenes. Your scene, I can't entirely delete that. You must have an active scene, and of course you have your sources in here. This is your audio mixer. You have your transition tab here, and you have your controls over here. Mind you, these are all tabs that you can dock and rearrange however you want. I like the default view, so I'm just going to leave it the way it is. So let's start. How do we get something viewing on our OBS? I'm going to start with recording first, then we can talk about how to stream with OBS. So first of all, in your scene, you want to add a source into your scene. So I'm going to add, let's see, let me just add a video. So I'm going to, you can come into this option here, and you can see all the various type of sources you can add into your scene. So you can add audio, you have your audio output capture, browser, color source, display capture, game capture, image, slideshow, media, NDI. NDI is one feature I do use quite often, and it's been very, very useful being available. It wasn't always available in OBS, but from a certain time it was made freely available for the software. You had to install it before, but right now it comes pre-installed, packed up with the OBS installation. You have scenes if you want to have nested scenes, and if you want to have text, you have VLC, video capture, and so on and so forth. Now let's start with adding in a media source, which is a video. You could add it this way. You name your video and hit OK, and you browse to the location of what you want to bring in. Otherwise, you could just pick up a video anywhere and drag and drop into that location. So I'm going to delete this. I have a video here right now, and I can see that it's not what you call it now. It's not filling up the entire screen. So what do? I could right click, or let me right click on the video right here. Right click on the video, go to transform. Wherever you see transform, your transform would always usually mean move, which is the position. You have your scale and your rotation. That's where you would always find it, mostly on the transform. So I'm just going to fit the screen, which is Control F for shortcut, and I have it filling up my screen. Before I go on, I want to switch this to studio mode, and the studio mode just allows you to be able to have a preview before sending into program. Now going forward, now I have a video and it's playing quite all right. Now it stopped. Why did it stop? Because I didn't put it on loop when I was in. Because I didn't put it on loop when I was bringing it in. So I'm just going to double click on the video and hit the loop and allow it play on and on. As you can see, the slider here, once it gets to the end, it's going to start all the way from the top again. Now that's how to add a video. If you want to add a video source like your webcam or video capture and so on, you want to do this via video capture, and of course you name your device. I often use the Atom, so I'm just going to name that Atom and hit the OK. And under here you're going to have various options of video inputs that you want to add. As usual, even if it doesn't fill up your screen, you could fill it up once you've added it. I could hit custom here and choose a resolution, if I may. 1280 by 720 is the highest here, so I'm just going to hit OK. And you have this, Control F, and we have a full video. Of course, you can go back in and change this to any type of source you want equally. So I'm going to delete this. That's how to add source to your scene within OBS. And over here you can see that by default the audio of that source is already added in here. There are options. If you want to play around, you can go to the advanced option and fiddle around with some of this stuff. And but for now, like I said, this is basically you opening up the software. You have a scene, you add a source, which could be a video, a USB capture device, an audio capture device, and so on. You have your audio added in right here. Now you have this red mark. By default it should be allowed to go through, but I deliberately muted because I don't want my system audio running into the recording. So you have your transitions here, and of course you have your start streaming, start recording. If I want to start recording, all I have to do is hit the start recording right here, and of course we are ready to go. Any other thing I'm missing? Let's see. To transition, all you have to do is hit cut. Now to be able to demonstrate the transition properly, I'm going to add an image. Let's see, perhaps maybe another video instead. So I'm going to add a second scene and call it of course scene 2, and I'm going to add another video into this. So of course you may not see this properly, but you could see the edge right here, and I cannot see the other edge right here, so it definitely means it's not filling up the screen. Most likely it's bigger than the display area of this preview section. So all I have to do as a something I do regularly, once I add in a scene, I just fit the screen by hitting my Control F, and now I can see it filling up the screen. One last thing I'm going to do, I'm going to double click and hit the loop, just so that, if you do want it to loop when it's done. So I'm going to cut, and of course you can see that I have another video playing. So this gives you the option of transitioning across two different scenes, and of course you can have numerous and countless amount of scenes as you please. Now, this could be, for example, a video I want to play back or a presentation that is captured into the system. And on the other hand, this could be a visual of me, for example. I could simply hide this and replace this with a camera view of mine, which let's say audio capture, let's say webcam, and hit OK. And I have my webcam come on, and I hit OK, Control F, and you can see that I'm able to do this in the preview section without it necessarily affecting the program side of the video, and I can simply just cut this, and I have my cut. So another thing you could do is to simply composite different views. I could add in another scene, call this scene 3, add in a scene and say I want the first scene, which is this video, and I would add in another scene, which is scene 2, and I'm going to scale this down all the way, and you could hold your Alt key and crop this just a little bit and place this on the side. And of course, once again, you can see that I'm doing this effortlessly without affecting what people are seeing on the program out. And once I'm done with this, of course, I can just hit cut, and voila. So you have one clean view of the video, you have another clean view of the webcam, and you have a composite of both of them. So this, like I said, is a very, very versatile software. It's free. It's one reason I use this software a lot. It is very, very free to use. You don't have to pay anything to use it. There are numerous amounts of plugins out there because it's open source. A whole lot of people are out there creating plugins that could be used or that can be used with the application, which makes it very, very, very easy to use. Much of the people you will see out there making use of this software are for recording and streaming, and perhaps projection, those that have screens that do live events. And mentioning streaming right now, I'm going to go straight onto the streaming part of things. Now, if you want to be able to stream, all you have to do is to go into the setting, and this pops up, and you have your general stream output, audio, video, hotkeys, and advanced. In the general section, of course, you have some general stuff there. Streaming gives you a streaming option. Output gives you the settings of whatever it is you are given as an output, the video bitrate and the recording path, and so on and so forth. You have your audio, which is where you select your audio devices. You have your video, which of course gives you the resolution which you are sending out. Now, what brought us? Oh yeah, one last thing. You have your hotkey. You can actually create hotkeys or shortcuts to be able to do things a little bit quickly. Just like I've set the transition here as a G. So hitting the G key just helps me transit like fast. Advanced, you have some other stuffs in advanced. You can set your stream delay and some one or two other things right here. So quickly, let's go back to streaming. You can stream to a lot of sources out there, and especially RTMP options are available, of course. So, and that would be you choosing the custom option, and you fill in your stream, your URL and your stream key, and you're good to go. In this case, I would use YouTube as an example, and once you click on the YouTube, you have your server, which is automatically filled in for you. You have the option of connecting your account by logging into YouTube through the OBS application, which gives you a little bit of a flex while working. And of course, if, for example, I was doing this for somebody and I need their stream key and details, or rather I want to stream to their YouTube, I don't necessarily have to ask for their YouTube details. All I need is their stream key and the URL, and I would use the stream key here and fill in the details. Now, of course, if you're making use of this option, you want to make sure that the other person is on the other side ready to receive the stream and go live, because YouTube does not automatically go live if you do not set it to do so. So once you're done here, you want to hit the apply button and hit OK. Now, once all that is done, all you want to do is hit the streaming button and you are good to go. Of course, it's going to ask you, are you sure you want to stream? Now, this option, I think I enabled within the settings option. So I'm going to cancel this. I do not want to stream at the moment. And that's about it on the basic side of using OBS. I hope I'm able to, or rather, I hope I was able to cover enough. And yeah. Now we've come to the end of this video, and I hope you're able to pick up a thing or two. There will be an intermediate version of this same video in a little bit, and so just make sure you subscribe to stay tuned and keep abreast of new videos that pop up on the channel. And don't forget to hit the bell icons, of course, that notifies you on your mobile device whenever something new comes in. All right, guys, till next time.